Let's start talking about this set now. The multi-layered pie chart given below shows the marks obtained by Rahul in Standard 9 in 2020 and Standard 10 in 2021 in 4 quarterly examinations in 5 subjects. The marks obtained for some months are not given in the chart. The maximum marks for each subject is 50. So the total marks for each quarterly examination is 250. The middle layer shows the quarterly split of marks obtained by Rahul. The innermost layer shows the total marks that Rahul scored in all four quarterly examinations Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Let's have a look at the graph now. So, in this graph, the right semicircle is about class 9. You can see that here. And the left semicircle is of class 10. The total marks the person has obtained is 714 in class 9, and in class 10 Rahul has obtained 760 marks. After that, he's also talking about the 4 quarters, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the marks in Hindi, English, mathematics, science, and SST. So some of the marks are missing, as you can see over here. Same is for quarter 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Now there is some additional information as well, which is on the next page. Here it says the total marks obtained by this is, and there is a lot of information. Statement number 1 and 2. Then we have statement number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we have statement number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So a lot of information is there. So what are we doing to do now? What I have done, I have tried to put all the data in a single table now. So these are the 4 questions that we have to answer on that. So I have made this table to answer these questions to make it slightly easy for us so that we can easily understand it. So I'm going to write all the figures. So this first graph is for standard 9, second graph is for standard 10, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. So in class 9, his total score is 740. In class 10, his total score is 760. These are mentioned over here, class 9 and class 10. After that, for each quarter, some of the scores are already there with us. For example, you can see here that in quarter 1 of 2009, that is class 9, his score in Hindi is 36. Similarly, in English, it is 31. In science, it is 19. In SST, it is 44. Then in the next quarter, Hindi has got 34. Mathematics has got 42. SST has got 49. Next quarter, English has got 33. Then I see science has got 27. Then quarter number 4. The quarter number 4 has Hindi 46. Then mathematics 48. And finally SST as 50. When I talk about standard 10, the first quarter, English is equal to 32. Science is equal to 34. Then quarter 2 Hindi is 29. Quarter 2 science is 38. Then quarter 3 English is 43. And SST is 44. And quarter 4 English is 48. And science is 45. SST is 50. So I do not need this graph anymore because whatever was in this graph, I have already written that on this page. So let's just remove this graph and move ahead to the next data set. So these are the first two informations. Let's have a look at them. The total marks obtained in quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 for standard 9, not necessarily in the same order, forms an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 30. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 of standard 9. So these 4 scores, they are in arithmetic progression with a common difference of 30, and the sum of the scores is already given to us as 740. So let us say the scores are A plus 30, A plus 60, A plus 90. Their sum I already know is equal to 740. Can I solve it for A easily? From here I can say 4A is equal to 740 minus 180, which is equal to 540, and then divided by 560, I suppose, divided by 4. By that I can get these values. Let's just check them one by one. 30 plus 60, 90, 90 plus 90, 180. If I subtract 180 from this, so I will get 560 as 4A. That means A is 140. So these 4 scores, now I know they are 140, 170, 200 and 230, though not necessarily in the same order. It is written not necessarily in the same order, but I know the scores are 140, 170, 200 and 230. Then it says the total marks obtained for the first 3 quarters, not necessarily in the same order once again, forms an AP series in standard 10 with a common difference of 15. So these top 3, he says they are at a common difference of 15. So let's say they are B plus 15 and B plus 30. Then it says the total marks in quarter 4 for standard 10 is maximum in standard 10 and it is 25 more than maximum marks out of the first three. First three maximum is B plus 30. So quarter 4 is 25 more than that, that is B plus 55. And their sum is also equal to 760. From that, I can say B is equal to 165. So that means one of these scores is 165, one of these scores is 180, one of these scores is 195, and this score is definitely 220. Because for quarter 4 it is maximum. It is already given that quarter 4 is maximum. This is written over here, right? That for the maximum, this total marks of quarter 4 for standard 10 is maximum in standard 10. So that ways we know it is 220. About the other three we don't know, and here for any of the four we don't know. So these are the scores till now. Let's move ahead. In standard 10, the marks obtained by Rahul in H, E, M, S and SST in quarter 1 are consecutive numbers, not necessarily in the given order, with 35 being the maximum. So there are 5 consecutive numbers and the maximum is 35. So of course the 5 consecutive numbers are these, right? And their sum has to be 165. So therefore this sum is also fixed as 165, and we'll keep that in mind that these numbers are in consecutive numbers. Next, in standard 10, Rahul scored the least overall percentage in quarter 1. In standard 10, Rahul scored the least percentage in standard 10, that we already know now. But it was 10 percentage points more than his overall percentage in the quarter 1 of standard 9. So let me check it again once again. In standard 10, the marks obtained by, in standard 10, Rahul scored the least overall percentage in quarter 1, that is 165, that's correct. But it was 10 percentage points more than his overall percentage in quarter 1 of standard 9. If it is 10 percentage points more, can I say in quarter 1 of standard 9 it should be 140? Because the difference between them would be 25, and out of 250 are all the scores, and the 25 is 10 percentage. So that proves that it is 10 percentage points than the overall percentage of that particular point. So this also we have used now. So let me just remove all the unnecessarily info. So this has already been used, this has been used, this all has been used. Because we have to use more data here, let me just remove all of them one by one. Let me remove this as well. This is also of no use for us, right? 165 has already been figured out. And let me just remove all these lines as well. Then it will be easy for us to find out the next few informations as well. Okay, so this is the information that we have got till now. Let's move ahead now. Statement number 3. In standard 10, his marks in mathematics in quarter 1, that is this figure, marks in mathematics in quarter 2, that is this figure, marks in science in quarter 3, that is this figure, and marks in SST in quarter 2, that is this figure, they are in a ratio of 5, 4, 6, 7. The point is, marks in mathematics in quarter 1, it's a multiple of 5 according to that. And we just saw that in the first quarter, he has got scores like 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. If it has to be a multiple of 5, it has to be 35. 35 is the only multiple of 5 among these 5 numbers. So if this number is equal to 35, that is 7 times of 5. So marks in mathematics in quarter 2 should be 28. Marks in science in quarter 2 should be 42. And marks in social science in quarter 2 would be 49. So these are all the figures that we have got using this statement 1. I'm sure you have understood this by looking at this multiple of 5. Next, it says in standard 9 now, the sum of the marks obtained in all the quarterly examinations in Hindi was equal to that in English, but 6 more than mathematics. So if in mathematics he scored a total of X, in English would be X plus 6, which is equal to that of Hindi. So this would also be X plus 6. This is what this fourth statement says. Come to fifth. In the third quarter of standard 10, that is here, third quarter of standard 10, his marks were a perfect square number in one of the subjects. So here somewhere you will get a perfect square that we don't know where would we get a perfect square. So it can be here, it can be here. We will check that where can we have a perfect square till now. And lastly, in quarter two of both the standards, he got the same marks in SST. So in quarter two, he has got 49 here. So in quarter two, he again has got 14. And this we have already figured out. So it is of no use for us. One more thing, if I look at quarter two here, 29 is the score in Hindi, 28 is in mathematics. So what is the sum? 29 plus 28 is 57 plus 38 in science. So 57 plus 38, that is 95 plus 49. 95 plus 49 is 144. Now, if his total score is 180, then his score in that remaining one subject English would be 180 minus 144, that is 36. But if his total score here is 195, then his score in English would become 51. He can't have a score of more than 50. Therefore, it has to be 180. It has to be 195. So this also is figured out now, that which is 180 and which is 195. These all informations that we have got till now, along with this information that one of these two numbers has to be a perfect square. I hope you are with me on all of these. So we'll move on to the last set of informations now. Let's look at this. His marks in mathematics in quarter one. His marks in mathematics in quarter one, that means this number, right? And this number we can easily calculate, guys, if you just check it once. 36, 31, 19, 44, subtract it from 140. 36 plus 31 is 67. 67 plus 19 is 67 plus 19 is 86. 86 plus 44 is 130. So this score is equal to 10. So this we have easily been able to calculate. So his marks in mathematics in quarter one is 10. Oh, it can be 35 as well. We don't know which standard he is talking about. So his marks in mathematics in quarter one, Hindi in quarter three, English in quarter four, SST in quarter four, they were in this ratio in either standard 9 or 10, in one of the two standards. The point is mathematics in quarter one is a multiple of 2. But in standard 10, his score is 35, which is not a multiple of 2. So definitely he is talking about standard 9 here. So in standard 9, his score here is 10. So this score should be 30. This score should be 45 and this score should be 50. So his marks in Hindi in quarter 3 should be 30. Hindi in quarter 3 should be 30. His marks in English in quarter 4 should be 45. English in quarter 4 should be 45. And SST in quarter 4 should be 50. SST in quarter 4 is already 50. This we already know. SST in quarter 4 is already that we know. Now, if we have all the figures, we can find out the total sum of Hindi. Let's calculate that. This comes out to be 146, right? X plus 6 is 146. So this also is 146. That means this is 140. From that, I can calculate this number. 31 plus 33 is 64. 64 plus 45. 64 plus 45 is equal to 109. 109 subtracted from 46, 146 will give me 37 here. Look at mathematics. 48 plus 42 is 90. 90 plus 10 is 100. So the remaining score is equal to 40. So we have got a lot of information till now. Let's move ahead to statement number 8. In standard 9 as well as standard 10, Rahul scored the maximum percentage of marks in quarter 4. That means this total has to be 230. This is the maximum. And this we already know is maximum. So if this total is 230, so 46 plus 45, that is equal to 91. 91 plus 148, that is 139. 139 plus 50 is 189. So the remaining score would be here, that is equal to 41. So we have filled up this as well. Rather, now I see that we can also fill up this quarter 2 of standard 10. 29 plus 28, it is 57. 57 plus 38, 57 plus 38 is 95. 95 plus 49, 144. So the remaining score is 36, which we can write here. Right, everyone? Let's move on. For each of the 4 quarterly examinations of standard 10, his marks in Hindi were distinct prime numbers between 25 and 42. So these 4 scores are all distinct prime numbers between 25 and 42. And we also know in quarter 1, his scores are 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Out of these, only 31 is prime, which would come here. Automatically 33 would go there. What about these two? About this, we already know this is one information that has been left, that one of the numbers is a perfect square. So 43, 42, 44, they add up to 129. So after 129, I have sum of the other two numbers as 66. How can sum of two numbers be 66 when one of them is a perfect square? Either one is 49, the other is 17, or one is 36, the other is 30, or one is 25, other is 41. These are the only three possibilities such that one of them is a perfect square. But I need a prime number here which is between 25 and 42. This does not give me that. This does not give me that. Only this option gives me that. So this has to be 41 and this has to be 25. And finally, he said these are distinct prime numbers. So 31 is used, 29 is used, 41 is used. The only prime number left between 25 and 42 is 37, which I can write here. Subtract all of these from 220, you will get this score as well. 37 plus 48 is 85. 85 plus 45 is 130. Plus 50, 180. Subtract from 220, it is 40. So we have got all the figures of standard 10 till now. The only figures left are these two figures now, which we have to fill up. Look at statement 10. For quarter 3, the total scores in class 10th exceeds that of class 9th by 10 percentage points, right? Class 10th is 195 in quarter 3. It should be 10 percentage points more than quarter 3 of class 9. So this should be 170, such that the difference is 25. And as I told you, 25 means 10 percentage points because each quarter is out of 250. So this would automatically become 200 and I'll get this number from here. I'll get this number from here. 30 plus 33, 63 plus 40 is 103 plus 27, 130. Subtract, you get 40 here. 34 plus 37 is 71. 71 plus 42 is 113. 113 plus 49, 162. Subtract it, you will get 38. Just check them. There might be some mistake at some place, but we have got the complete tables now. Now we just have to answer the questions on the basis of these tables. Let's move ahead to the questions. I have already put up these tables over here. What were his, this is for standard 9, this is for standard 10. So what were his percentage marks in the fourth quarter of standard 10? So this is 220 and 220 as a percentage of 250, it is exactly 88%. So my answer for this question is 88%. For standard 10, in which quarter did he get the maximum marks in mathematics? In standard 10, that is here. In which quarter did he get the maximum marks in mathematics? Let's see. Maximum marks in mathematics are here, that is quarter number 4. So therefore my answer is option 4, that is quarter number 4. Next, for standard 9, that is here, find the absolute difference between maximum and minimum marks that he got in 5 subjects in quarter 3. In quarter 3, maximum is 40, minimum is 27, difference is 13. So my answer is option C, that is 13. And finally, for standard 9, once again, in how many quarterly examinations did he score more than 70% and less than 82% in at least 2 subjects? 70% of 50 is 35, 82% of 50 is 41. So we need scores between 35 and 41 in at least 2 areas. In quarter 1, I see this one score is there, only one. In quarter 2, I see 37 and 38, two of them are there. So one is quarter 2. In quarter 3, I see 40 and one more 40, again 2. In quarter 4, I don't see anyone. So therefore, only 2 quarters are there. That gives me the answer as option B, which is 2. So these were the 4 questions based upon this data set. I would say from the perspective of having only 4 questions, this set was slightly on the difficult side, time taking as well, though conceptually not very difficult.